have in your book, The Last Battle of Saraighat, spoken at length about and written at length about how the BJP has expanded its footprint in that part of the country. But since the various governments in the Northeast region have come to power, how do you look at the changes that have been happening there? I mean, in terms of some of the big picture changes, if you have to compare the BJP governments with the governments earlier, what do you think has changed?
Well, a lot has changed, but if I were to sum it up, the sheer number of conversations that are happening on the Northeast have exponentially risen. That in itself is a success. Who in our political discourse ever talked about Northeast? I mean, we have all been, interested in the subject of politics, but it was all limited to state, largely like UP, Bihar, a few South Indian states, and all, and that was it. What Prime Minister Modi's strong political assertion in the Northeast did was that common people started relating with the politics of the Northeast. They started knowing at least about that these are the important states and these are largely important issues. There were certain issues which became national issues. Like CAA was a Northeast related issue. It was an issue of Assam. And it dominated the state's politics all the way from Tamil Nadu till Jammu and Kashmir. So that's a welcome change. At least people are now aware that there is this problem of Bangladeshi illegal migrants which is eating away into the state of Assam. There is trouble vis-a-vis China trying to influence the politics of the Northeast. There is these insurgency groups that were there who are now in talks with the government of India, or have at least come in on peace terms with the government of India. These are positive developments. Who otherwise would have ever engaged politically on these topics? Nobody would have. So just the sheer excitement that younger people have about a very, very important geopolitical part of our country, which was largely ignored for the past 60-65 years. That change, I think, is the biggest takeaway from Prime Minister Modi's politics of the last 8 years.
Absolutely, Rajatji. And I think, like you mentioned, there have been a variety of policy initiatives, including, of course, infrastructure, which I think has received tremendous focus in the Northeast under the BJP government, both at the national level and also the various states. And you can see that when you visit, various states in the Northeast. In fact, I had the opportunity to visit Guwahati. I was visiting my campus at IIT Guwahati, and I could see a bridge that was not built for all of the time that I was there when I was doing my engineering there. And then suddenly I visited, I think, a year after the BJP government came to power, and it was done. And I could see the pace at which projects are moving. I think that's a fantastic.
No, when I was in IIT, I studied at Kharagpur, and I can tell you that Guwahati seemed really far off. It was like, okay, if you have to choose IIT Guwahati, it seemed like you're going into a place which is like there is violence, there is bloodshed, and all of that. That was the connotation people had. But today, Guwahati is one of the biggest economic engines of our country right now. The amount of development that has happened. If you go around on the GS road, you can't. You will see the the energy, the economic activity, the economic buzz in that city, which was all missing. GS road was just empty road. So things have changed remarkably in the Northeast. Then there can be no two opinions on it.
Yeah, and I think you need economic engines like that to pull the rest of the region along with it. And hopefully that Guwahati emerges, like that.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.